It's February 15th and it's in the mid-60s, which is absolutely beautiful weather for Ohio. I'm going to take my wife's e-bike for a spin today. This is the first time that I've actually had it out on the bike path. I took it for a little ride when we first bought it out in the parking lot, but other than that, I've never really ridden it. So really going to enjoy today's ride, and I'm also going to talk about some of my RAGBRAI preparations and how all that's going. So I'm going to hop on the bike and get on the path. Okay, let's see if I'm smart enough to turn this on here. Okay, you got these lights. I don't know if you can see it or not. You got these lights here on the side. Those indicate the amount of battery power available. And we got 5 lights there, so we're fully charged. And then, let's see, you got a second set of lights right here. That indicates the level of assistance that you're set at. I'm going to start off with level 2. And this is a fully functional bike, so in case the battery ever runs out, you've got 7 speeds on this bike, and you just pedal as you normally do. And it is kind of heavy, so if you got any hills, you want to manage your battery power. But yeah, I'm ready to go and try this out. I'm in the hardest gear on this bike, and I still got the power assist at level 2, and I'm pedaling along pretty easy. This bike definitely scoots, so you got to watch your speed, especially when you're on a bike path. Make sure you don't run anybody over. But really enjoying it, and so far what I really enjoy are these handle grips. They've got a, I don't know what you call them. You know, they're flared out so that your palm can rest on them, and it makes it really easy and very comfortable for your hands. So definitely like that, and I don't know, I might see if I can get my own bike fitted with those grips, because they really are comfortable. Right there's the Eclipse. That's a really good place to get something to eat, grab a margarita, take a break. It's right along the trail, right at mile marker 7 in the plains, right along the Adena Bikeway. Very good place. So the story behind getting the e-bike is my wife here several years ago had some hip surgery, and she was wanting to get some exercise out on a bike, you know, because I ride bikes a lot and it's a good way for us to spend time together. And so we got her a regular bike, and while she could ride it, you know, it was causing her some pain after she would ride it for, you know, a couple of miles. She has the hip mobility. Really windy out. She's got the hip mobility, but she can't put a whole lot of force into the pedals. And so we looked into getting an e-bike, tested it out, and she was really pleased with it. You know, because it gives her the mobility, and she doesn't have to put as much force into the pedals, and so she can ride further distances, and we can spend a little bit more time together. So it's definitely been worth it to her to get this bike, you know, because we've taken it on vacations and we've done some trips, you know, here locally, and so I think you'll be seeing a lot more of her in future videos riding the e-bike with me. Hopefully this year we're going to go to Lexington, Kentucky, and there's a bike path down there that we're going to ride while we're visiting the horse park. And like I just said, it is incredibly windy out today, and I've run into a few headwinds with the e-bike, and I've just powered right through them. Normally in my bike, if I came into a headwind on this trail, which the headwinds on the Adena Bikepath can be pretty big at times, but yeah, normally if I was in a headwind, I just have to put it into granny gear almost, and you know, just chug along like I'm going up a really really steep hill. But it's a beautiful day out. Beautiful day out. I'm at about mile marker 10, so I'm at 6 miles all in all, and battery has gone down from 99% to 87% in those 6 miles. Right now, I'm ready to get back on the bike. Time to give you a little update on my RAGBRAI preparations. RAGBRAI is a ride across, an organized ride across the state of Iowa, 7 days, and this year it's going to be 500 miles. I registered for RAGBRAI back in late November, so I definitely got a spot with them. And then what I wanted to do was, since this is my first time doing RAGBRAI, I was wanting to get a little bit more support for this ride before, going on my own and doing it. And so I've watched a few videos, primarily buses, bikes, and beers on YouTube, and a couple of others. And they use an outfit called Pork Belly Ventures. And Pork Belly seems like a really, really good outfit, at least from the videos. They provide you some food, entertainment, designated campsites, and if you get the tent support option, you can rent out a tent with them, and then they will set it up every night and tear it down every morning. And then when you pull into camp that evening, your tent is already set up and your bags are inside the tent. And I thought, well, that's what I want to do. That way, I don't really have to fuss with anything. All I got to do is ride. And so Pork Belly doesn't open up their sign up until RAGBRAI does the official route announcement, which I believe was January 28th. And so they did that, and I thought, there's no hurry to register with Pork Belly. This ride is still 6 months away. I've got time. And so a whole 36 hours after the announcement and after you could sign up with Pork Belly, I logged onto the site and started to make my reservations. I got the shuttle bus that goes from the east side of Iowa over to the west side. So I'm going to park on the eastern border of Iowa, take a bus all the way to the western side, and then throughout the week ride back to the east. So I got that, which was really good. And then I went to register for the week-long support and the tent rental, and they were sold out. I mean, this is like 36 hours later that I logged on, and they're already sold out. And then I started to read their newsletter, and they had sold out in about 30 minutes from opening up their sign up. So I am on a waiting list, probably with about a couple thousand other people, to get the week-long rider support. And I was kind of panicking a little bit because, admittedly, when I initially signed up for RAGBRAI, I didn't really read what was all included in all of that. And, I thought my entry fee was basically just, a fee to enter the ride and, pay for, just putting on the ride itself, nothing extra. But fortunately, once I started to read through that, RAGBRAI does offer, baggage transport from town to town, so I don't have to carry all my gear. And, they do offer showers and the like, but instead of a nice trailer or whatever, you're showering in a high school gym or in swimming pools. And so you get a lot of the same basic services if you just go through RAGBRAI, just not at a luxury level that pork belly would offer. But once I read all that, it's like, okay, you know, so the only thing I really have to do is get a tent, because I don't have a tent, and I'm thinking about getting Gossamer gear, the 2. I don't know, that seems to be you know, popular amongst some backpackers. If you have any ideas on tents, any tents that you like, let me know in the comments, because I haven't bought a tent in decades. So that's where I'm at. I'm at I want to say mile 14 or 15 right now. I'm going to go to the end of this bike path and then turn around. I'm at 22 miles and I've got 55% of my battery life left. I've kept it at the level 2 power assist this whole ride, and still riding in the hardest gear. This trail doesn't change much in elevation, so it's been a pretty easy ride, except for some headwinds. We've had some headwinds out here on the trail, but bike is doing really good, really like it. I do have one test at the end of this ride where I'm going to go up a hill, and we'll see how well it does. We'll see how well I do. Just a further discussion on RAGBRAI. The reason that the pork belly sold out so quick is that this is the 50th anniversary of RAGBRAI. So last year, I believe they said it took them 3 weeks to sell out. This year, it took them about 30 minutes to sell out. Training so far has been going really well. My primary goal for training this winter was to make sure I didn't lose any fitness over the winter months, because normally when winter hits, I just stop riding. And so, like, I think last year I rode in November, and then by March I only had 2 rides for the new year. So this year I got some new gear to help with the cold weather and basically just, you know, suffering through it. So I've got 100 miles a month so far, and it looks like February is going to be over 100 miles. But I got maybe 5 more miles to go, and then I'll be done. My ride is essentially done. I've got 27 miles in and 41% battery life left on the bike. I could probably get out about 50 miles maybe on a full charge, and then just die right there at the end. But I do have one final test for this bike. There is a offshoot that goes up to a subdivision off of this trail, and it goes up a pretty steep hill for a bike path. So I've upped the power assist to 3, and I'm going to use the full range of gears and see if I can get up this hill one-handed with the power assist. Let's see if I can do it. Man, you can hear it whine. Or at least I can. I don't know if you can or not. This is almost like it's in slow motion. I'm actually in the easiest gear right now, just so that I don't have to shift later on. But my feet are going about a mile a minute. Oh, starting to feel it a little bit. Still doing really good. It's not so hard on the quadriceps. It's just hard keeping the feet moving this fast. Could actually probably shift down a little bit. All right. Final hill. It's a doozy. One-handed attempt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Hey. Made it. Woo. Ah. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell the elevation gain from that or not, but it was pretty good. That was a pretty good hill. Almost had to tap out there at the end, but I made it. One-handed, level 3 assist. So if you have any kind of mobility issues or stamina issues, definitely check out an e-bike. It could really help you out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Now I get to coast back down. Yeah.